For 9 years, counting to 10 years, the crisis in the northwest and southwest region, or called the Anglophone crisis, which has claimed the lives of more than 5,000 people, destroyed the homes of hundreds, and also displaced thousands across the northwest and southwest. This conflict has been on for 9 years. The president of this country, of our country, Paul Biya, has never stepped his legs in these two regions since this crisis started. It took the Pope of the Roman Catholic Church to land in Bamenda. So which means that the Pope is more concerned in resolving the Anglophone crisis than the head of state in the country. In any normal nation, a conflict of this magnitude, the president himself would have stepped his leg to that soil and have a tete-a-tete discussion. You see, what the Pope did today in Bamenda at the cathedral is what the president of our nation would have done. But do you know why the president has not done so? Because these same elites of northwest and southwest region, the same one who are eating fat, are there telling the president the situation is under control. Nothing is happening. Don't bother. We can handle it. No, there is nothing. The same people who accompanied the Pope to Bamenda were the same people who told the Cameroonian and international diaspora that there was no Anglophone problem. The same people who said there was no Anglophone marginalization accompanied the Pope to come and hear the Pope hearing the issue about the Anglophone problem. And those are the same people who have prevented President Paul Biya from getting to the northwest or the southwest region in resolving this conflict. Because the elites have decided, they have sat kitikba, that no, head of state, everything is fine. Will you want to blame Biya? No. Because if the elites of the northwest and the southwest region meant well for their people, they would have put pressure on the government for the government or the president to visit. And even if you see this visit of the Pope, it was an opportunity for President Paul Biya to just to even just come to the northwest for the first time to talk about this crisis. It was an opportunity. You see what the Pope did? That was what the president was supposed to do. Listen to the people. Listen to the people's grievance. 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 or 6 or 7. Listen to them. Then make a statement. But no, the president cannot do it. Why? Because c'est son les anglophones. Now let's about les frères et sœurs. Just when you think about les frères et sœurs, it's affecting the nation's economy. You see, if somebody don't tell people this, me I keep telling people that I will say it, that our Anglophone elite are responsible for what is happening, because these same people who said there was no Anglophone problem, these same people, these same ministers and minister who said there was no Anglophone problem, is the same minister that accompanied the Pope to Bamenda, and are the same ministers that accompanied the Pope to Bamenda to listen to the Anglophone problem being echoed out in front of them at the cathedral. I doubt how they felt. Even in Yaoundé, when the Pope was talking about the issue of Anglophone crisis in the northern and southwest region, how were they feeling? You see, you can manipulate lies. You can manipulate the truth. You can manipulate it with lies. But the truth is God. You can only silence the teller. You can only silence the teller. But the truth will stare you and haunt you. Can you imagine accompanying the Pope to Bamenda, and all through the Pope has been talking about the crisis, and you have been on the verge to say, no, the problem is... Mothers have been turned to widows. Fathers are childless. Children are fatherless, motherless. In the conflict, that ought to have been resolved. The Pope did, the pontiff, the supreme leader of the Catholic Church came to Cameroon, decided to go to Bamenda, your head of state, elected by the people and the sovereign will of the people of Cameroon, has not gone to Bamenda. Is that not a shame? Is that not a problem? Does that not really trouble you guys? Does that not show? Is it not the Pope visit to Bamenda? Is it not to tell you to your face that you are failing in your duties? In normal circumstances, the Pope is going to Bamenda. Your head of state cannot go with the Pope. This was a unique opportunity for your head of state to go with the Pope and sit the same at that cathedral and listen to the speeches. But because you people don't want the head of state to, because you people want to cover up you want to cover up your attack. You want to cover up your attack. The things that you people have covered, you want to cover your attack. You will discourage the head of state from going to Bamenda. You will discourage. No, son excellence. No, let's tout va bien, no, son excellence. You will discourage the head of state. And you come now to Bamenda. Some of you chiefs, you met the head of state in Yaoundé during the presidential election. You are coming now to Bamenda to complain about the crisis. I was baffled when I looked at the president of the Paramount Fund talking about this issue about the crisis. I was baffled as a guy. You know what? Mbe or Fund, you could not say this to Yaoundé. I was also baffled about the outing of the president of the Episcopal Conference. I thought we said the church doesn't take part in politics. This is a very strong speech, an objective speech from the president of the Episcopal Conference. Does he need the Pope before we make this kind of a speech? Do we need the Pope to come to our country and tell our authorities the truth that this is what is happening for far too long? The same authorities that you people meet on a regular basis, do we really need the Pope before you people will be honest to Cameroonians? Ça, c'est pas possible. You see this country, God will always prevail. Now you have the army, you have the police, you have everything. You are trying to cover up everything. But when God's time shall reach, you cannot prevent it. You can cover your sin. Nobody will know. You cannot hide it from God. You can cover your sin. Nobody will know. You cannot hide it from God. You cannot hide it from God. I say you cannot hide it from God. You can cover it. I don't know how you were sitting as a minister and the Pope and the people of Bamenda were lamenting their struggle, and you are from Bamenda, you are from the northwest region. You are from the northwest region. You are from the southwest region. You are someone who holds the blood of the Anglophones, who is bona fide an Anglophone. You were sitting at the cathedral and they were talking about the crisis. I don't know how you felt. I don't know how you felt. They were talking about the crisis, talking about their pain. You were sitting there. I don't know. But thank God the Pope has come. The people of Southwest cried, Northwest cried. We are suffering. But our elites are there, all of them. I don't know how they felt. The governors, how they felt. To say, Mr. President, come down. And I bet you see what the Pope did in Bamenda. If the head of state had come himself and did that, oh boy, my God. The head of state would have not only win the heart of Cameroonians, but the heart of the world. That's pragmatic leadership. Or the head of state would have even said, Mr. Prime Minister, go down. Go and listen. Oh, the Secretary General of the Presidency, go down. Follow the Pope. Yeah, what they have to say. Because it was the people of Bamenda Ecclesiastic Province involved the people of the southwest and the northwest from the Bamenda Ecclesiastic Province. You see, people who have been saying the same people who have been saying that, wanted to treat Anglophone like a region or any other region, were spotted in Bamenda. They recognize the geographical, historical background of the Anglophones. Why not? The governor of the Southwest region, what was he doing in Bamenda? Because he knows it is an Anglophone conclave, because it's made up of the Northwest and the Southwest from the Bamenda Ecclesiastic Province, which is the Anglophone region. The governor of Southwest was in Bamenda. You see, you can do whatever you want to do. The truth remains. What the Pope did today, if the head of state had done that, or come and do that in Boya, boy, the crisis, the violence will reduce. And after that, take action. The Pope has come. It's an opportunity. If you like, you take action. If you like, don't take action. But one thing is certain, that you cannot cheat God. You cannot cheat God.